Hello and welcome to this first lecture on where we're going to give you an overview of this course on how to become an excellent HR generalist. The purpose of this course is to give you an overview of how to become an excellent HR generalist to build a great career in HR. And what will you achieve at the end of this course? You will learn what are the roles and responsibility of the HR generalist, what will make you an excellent HR generalist, and that's what we will do. Now let's look at the role of the HR generalist, and I have for you a very broad outline of what a HR human resource generalist does. And he or she will run the daily functions of the HR human resource department, including hiring and interviewing the staff, onboarding new hires, administering pay, benefits, leaves, and enforcing company policies and practices, crafting HR policies, organizing training, ensuring all employees' records are up to date and confidential, and he or she will also act as the main point of contact for employees' query in the HR related topic. The goal is to ensure that HR department's operation is run smoothly and effectively to deliver maximum value to organization as a whole. So that's what a broad outline of the role of HR generalist is. There's a more detailed outline that we have for each of these we have talked about, and I'm going to broadly talk about that. It basically performs routine tasks required to administer and execute human resource programs, including but not limited to compensation, benefits, leave, disciplinary action, disputes, investigations, performance and talent management, productivity, recognition, and occupational health and safety, training and development. They recruit, interview, and facilitate the hiring of the qualified job applicants for the open position. They conduct or acquire background checks and employee eligibility and verifications. They implement new hire orientation and employee recognition programs. They review, track, and document compliance with the mandatory and non-mandatory training, continuing education, and work assessment. They organize quarterly and annual employee performance reviews. They're central to driving that. Enhance job satisfaction by resolving issues promptly, applying new perks and benefits and organization team building activity, promote HR programs to create an efficient and conflict-free workplace, etc., etc., etc. So I'm not going to read the rest of it, but you can read that later on. So the question is, what will make you an excellent HR generalist from this long list of things that you will do? Any thoughts on that? Let me illustrate here. What are the main things that you would be doing? It's not in a particular order, but one of the things that you would need to do as an excellent HR generalist is that provide training and development in an excellent manner. Second, you also need to get the best people by recruiting, interviewing, and facilitating hiring of the qualified job applicants for open position. Implement new hire orientation. As soon as the people join, you need to make sure that they are inducted into the main work stream. Quarterly performance reviews, annual performance review organization is one of the key role for excellence in HR generalist. Enhance job satisfaction, provide HR programs, promote HR programs across the organization, maintain compliance with federal, state, and the local employment laws and regulations. So these are the things that an HR generalist will need to do in excellent manner to become an excellent HR generalist. So hence an excellent HR generalist should be able to perform all of these things in a wonderful way, in a outstanding way. First would be to Help formulate HR policies and program. I mean, you definitely do not do the formulation all by yourself. You help your team. You are a generalist and you are probably an entry-level employee or maybe a couple of years senior. So what you do is you help formulate HR policies and program. Second thing, what you do is you acquire talent. Identify what kind of talent is needed and go through the entire process of making sure that you acquire that kind of a talent. Then you need to keep developing the talent which is freshly acquired or which has been acquired in the past. So you do the training and development. Managing performance, we talked about how do you get the best performance of your people in the organization is a role of a HR generalist who wants to achieve excellence. Retaining talent is one of the critical things again for an excellent HR generalist, because once you acquire the right people and you develop people, the challenge becomes of retaining. Organization development is another thing that you need to do as an excellent HR generalist, in which you need to develop the whole organization in terms of systems, procedures, processes, etc., etc. And finally, as you saw in the last couple of slides, you need to make sure that you are complying with the regulatory requirements at the center, at the state, at the local level, and that is being met and delivered to the compliance authorities in a manner that it doesn't affect your day-to-day operation. So what do we do in the next module? So in the next module, we start with looking at how can you acquire talent, and that being the first step. We will talk to you about various steps that are required that you need to follow, and by following them, you can become an excellent HR generalist. So thank you so much for watching this first lecture of this section on overview of on this course on become an excellent HR generalist. I hope you're beginning to learn something new, beginning to enjoy, and I do look forward to see you again in the next lecture.